Give it up for Hoth. Keep it going for everyone you've seen. All right. You guys still having a good time? Jasmine, yes. Nice. I'm having a great time. I'm enjoying myself. Cool audience, fun comedians, but also mostly I'm just having a great time because this is one of the first comedy shows I've done in a while where my dad wasn't sitting in the front row. Dad's great, he supports what I do, that's fantastic. What he does is he comes, he sits in the front row, his arms crossed, not laughing or smiling at any of the comedians. And then at the end of the show he'll come up to me and I'll be like, "Look like you're having fun up there." But it's great to have somebody who loves what you do, you know, that's fantastic. And I was doing a show recently, my dad was going to check me out, I was excited, I was ready, I was pumped until I got this weird text message from my dad, you guys. Here it is. Got a text that said this, it said, "Don't worry about it, Robbie. You're going to get a lot of money back in your taxes from Wisconsin."
Yeah, Wisconsin?
Yeah, Wisconsin. My name's not Robbie, though. We're not in the state of Wisconsin. So by deductive reasoning, I was like, that text message wasn't for me. My dad doesn't know how to use his phone. Adorable. Then about 2 minutes later, second text message from my dad. The plot fucking thickens. Second text message says this. It says, "I'm gonna go for a run on the tread or in the park, then take a nap. No, not going to Lucas's comedy show tonight. Just can't handle that, you know." Hilarious. My first impulse was to write him back and be like, "Fuck you, Dad." I was like, "Wait, Lucas, you're 32 years old. You're bald. You've outgrown the fuck you, Dad" text message. Sent him back something a little more mature, so I wrote him back this. I wrote, "Haha, guess you didn't mean to send me that. Maybe you owe me an apology, question mark. Thumbs up emoji, American flag emoji." Pretty good. And he wrote back, "Who is this?" Threw me for a loop there. I was like, "God, Lucas, you gotta improvise now. What are you gonna do?" So I wrote back, "It's your friend Robbie. I think you should go see your son's comedy show tonight." And he wrote back, "Ha ha 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 ha. Oh, Robbie, if Lucas is only half as funny as you, I'll get it right now." Still got it, Dad. I am 32. I am a bald dude. I know it. I know that I'm bald, losing my hair. I've come to accept that fact, but it doesn't stop everyone I know from pointing that out to me every waking moment of my life. I was getting a drink with a friend of mine recently. We were having a good time, and then after a little while, my friend, he smiled at me, he pointed at me, and he went, "Hey, Lucas, this whole balding thing, you're really going for it." I was like, "Drew, first of all, that hurts my feelings." And then I was like, "Second of all, I don't think that's a correct description of what's going on with my hairline, because going for it implies I had a choice in the matter, which I did not. It's not like I went to a barber and I was looking for a mop top or a buzz cut, or you know what? Give me the wigless Travolta. Give me the vice principal. I can't take that. I can't take credit for that name for this hairstyle. That was coined by a group of kids who cornered me on the subway. I just started chanting, "Vice principal! Vice principal!" That was a horrible evening. My girlfriend and I were out drinking. I was having a bit more fun than her. By then, I mean, I was throwing up at myself and she wasn't. We ended up on the subway where I was throwing up on myself. The kids started chanting, Vice Principal, Vice Principal, and then the ringleader of the kids, he capped off his own bit by standing up, pointing at me, and he goes, Vice Principal will say himself to the nurse's office, yo! If I didn't have a handful of vomit, I would have given that kid a fucking high five. It was a horrible night. I don't remember anything that happened after that moment. I got blackout drunk, but my girlfriend tells me quite the tale, you guys. Apparently I ended up back in my apartment. I was in a tuxedo shirt, bow tie, and naked. Just throwing up in my toilet. I looked at her, apparently I stand up, tears streaking down my eyes. I looked at her, dick just dingling out. Bow tie perfectly crispy. I look at her and I go, I'm sorry, it's just that I want to be a good husband. Which is the worst proposal in the history of mankind. But don't worry, she said no. And she started to laugh at me, and I thought she was laughing with me. I was like, I'm hilarious, comedy! And I reached to try to find my comedy notebook. I found it, and I tried to write down some jokes, and I mostly just vomited into my notebook. Wrote the word boobies over and over again, which is hysterical. But one joke did survive. Let me find it for you guys and read it for you now because it's my favorite thing in the whole wide world. Here it is. Do you guys know that expression, that's just a pipe dream? Yeah, that's you. I wonder what pipes dream about. Probably a day when nobody goes to the bathroom. And then underneath that in parentheses I wrote, say that is 'cause no poo-poo in them. And there's a line that goes from this page to the back of the next page and it says, hey, figure out ending tomorrow, bro. And I had it 4 months ago and never figured out an ending because fucking nailed it on the first try. Weird stuff that happens on the subway all the time. The other day, crazy guy who was playing an instrument stumbled in my train car. You know, when you're in New York long enough, you know that there are two different kinds of performers on the subway. There's subway musicians, and then there are just dudes who found an instrument in the dumpster. This was this latter half. He was playing the harmonica, which is like the go-to for the crazy guy who found an instrument because it's easy to find and fucking crazy to play. And he was just like honking along on the harmonica, and the dude was just excited as could be, and as the subway pulled into 14th Street, he put his harmonica away and he was like, now's my chance to work my craft. Subway pulled into 14th Street, he looks at everybody as it pulls into 14th Street and starts screaming, Quince! We're at Quince Street. Quince means 14 in Spanish for all my Puerto Rican bitches. Now there's a dude in the corner of the subway who muttered under his breath, so bravely, no it doesn't. Quince means 15 in Spanish. And when you know that dude had lost his mind, but not his hearing. Notice that guy, notice he had a girlfriend with him. He looked at two of them up and down with his crazy, crazy eyes. He looks at the guy and he goes, this yo girl. The guy looks back and goes, sure, because you're non-committal in those situations. And he goes, great. Because I want to pee on her Ugg boots. Horrified. And everyone in that train car, me, the couple, everyone, we were disgusted. We were horrified, we were terrified, but I can't lie to you guys, everyone in that train car, me, those guys, everyone else on that train car also had a smile from ear to ear. driver on that train car was holding back laughter because this guy was harassing us and terrorizing us while wearing a World's Greatest Grandpa t-shirt. There's probably 9 million ways that guy could have procured that World's Greatest Grandpa t-shirt, but there's only 2 ways that guy could have procured that World's Greatest Grandpa t-shirt that personally make me, Lukas Kaiser, smile, and here they are. Number 1, that man at one time was, in fact, the world's greatest grandpa. And the pressure of that lofty title got to him and he snapped. Became a crazy dude playing the harmonica on the train, looking for his one chance to regain his consciousness back and pee on strangers like boots. Or number 2, that man murdered the world's greatest grandpa. Probably correcting his Spanish. Now I want to say that in that story I was the hero. The next stop, I pushed him out of the train when the doors were open and everyone started chanting, "Lukas, Lukas," and I was like, "How'd you know my name?" That's not what happened. What happened is he turned around, he looked at me, he smelled, he went, "Vice Principal, Vice Principal." Guys, that's been my time. I'm going to bring up our next comic. We got 2 more comics. This next one, she's hysterical. You're going to love it. Give it up for Karen!